How's it kicking, little chicken? Welcome to O3 FM.
O3 FM, baby, let's go.
Okay, so that whole part, we've literally been trying to skip this out for the last hour, and we Googled quirky ways to say hi to come up with that. That was like the least quirky one. That was also not the cringiest, so...
Yeah, guys, we were literally... Here, I'm gonna put my phone away. So no distractions, because O3 FM, we don't got no distractions, you know? Yep. It's very in the moment. It's very raw. It's
on the go. We don't know what we're doing until we start.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we have a nice little setup. I'll insert a video now. Pretty sick. It took, what, two and a half hours?
Over 2.5 hours to set this whole thing up. And we ended up with just plugging a microphone into a camera, into a laptop.
So, we're really excited. First episode, though. We're going to have to do some micro adjustments on the go. Maybe, like, me turning around the camera screen so we can see what's happening.
See what's going on.
But, yeah, Kevin, you want to intro yourself?
I'm Kevin Ricky. I'm 19. Me and Jake, we've been best friends our whole entire lives.
Yes, sir.
We're like brothers. Started the podcast just to talk more, reach out to some of you guys, hopefully entertain a couple of you, teach you some things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Jake Gorey. Yeah, that's it. we live in Central Jersey. I feel like, what else do we say about ourselves? I don't even know.
We live in like a boring, basic suburban town.
Yeah.
Crime rate's low.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna pull up. We have a topic list, by the way, so like sometimes we're gonna be looking.
We could like cut some things out too, like in the beginning.
Oh, that's bad.
Because this is our first time we've like spoken to the camera, so we can definitely cut some things out.
For sure.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
Bigfoot?
Nah.
You don't believe in Bigfoot?
Okay, so this is the thing. Like, if we're talking Bigfoot, bro, like when was if we were talking the first sighting, dude? It's got to be hundreds of years ago, right? Yeah. Or like when it was first, like when Bigfoot, the idea of Bigfoot was first created, it was like hundreds of years ago, and I feel like there hasn't been like good evidence ever.
There's been consistent sightings again. There's footprints,
dude.
There's footprints of
that's
things
so easy to fake.
And think about how much woods there are.
That's
think about
true.
Lake George alone. All the mountains and woods surrounding. There's nothing like that out there.
But I think, I don't know. There would be something that was more clear if there was Bigfoot. But the ocean, though, that's a different story to me, because that
only 5%. There's
that's
crazy
scary.
stuff. There.
That's scary.
That's like the scariest thing. Like you're swimming in the ocean, all this stuff beneath you.
Yeah.
Some sketchy stuff.
Jeez.
About like witches and stuff like that, like witchcraft. So astrology.
Nah.
That's fake. It's fake. What about manifesting? You don't think manifesting's real?
I think it is in your own mind, but in the fact that like maybe like, oh, if I manifest, it will come true. Like, it won't necessarily in nature, but it will in your own mind, and that'll push you harder to get to your goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like, me saying this podcast is gonna do well and manifesting that, it's not gonna like happen because I've been manifesting that, but it's that thought is gonna push me harder to make it do better.
Okay, so you think crystals are bullshit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think they're cool. I respect them, but I don't know. You know, I don't know.
I feel like it could have like the same thing. Like you feel like it's like you have the crystal.
Yeah.
And you think like if it's like for good luck, you think your luck's gonna be better, and it's probably gonna end up being better because you think it is, so it's working out in your favor more.
That's valid. I see so much stuff on horoscopes though. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Horoscopes,
Mercury's
crystals.
in retrograde. The world's falling apart.
Dude, crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, so basically, yeah, when we keep looking to the left, it's because we have like a little list idea. Should we say some of like the topics we have over here?
Yeah. Also,
just
quick disclaimer: this is the first time either one of us. We did something together in like a trip to Lake George where we just talked to the camera. Yeah. We've never done any form of podcasting before. We've never been on like a friend's podcast. We're also nobodies. It's not like we've ever been invited to a podcast. We're just starting this, so you will watch us learn the whole way from not knowing how to do it to be hopefully being professionals.
Yeah. Until
we get guests and stuff like that.
Big hype. But yeah, just like, I don't know. I think it'd be funny to go over some, because we basically sat down and before we actually started recording, we wrote down some ideas, just for the first one. So we have a bullet point that just says space, like. And the E's all messed up. And then we have another one, Rucker's stab story, which is like, we might have to get into that because you guys are probably like, what? And then we also wrote NFTs, just because, NFTs.
We also had to share notes on our phone, and the first two ideas written down are Yart and Paul Flart Mart Blart. So if those come up, it was planned.
That's the story behind that.
I was with a bunch of friends, and
this is a classic story.
We were just sitting in someone's basement trying to find something to do. It was like late at night. The Domino's was already ordered. We ate it all. Yeah. And my friend wanted to watch Paul Blart. And he forgot, like, the Blart part. So he just said every word that ended with R. He's like, can we watch Paul Flart Mart Blart Flart Shart?
And it's just been something that
been a joke for years now.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Gary Vee has said the NFTs are like the internet. When the internet first came out, everyone hated on it. They're like, this is a waste. It's not going to go anywhere. Now you can't go anywhere without the internet.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the same case with NFTs? Because Gary Vee has predicted that the internet was going to explode, and he's predicting NFTs will explode.
Listen, I love Gary Vee. I've watched a lot of videos about him, and on him, of course. He's my guy, but I don't know. I don't think it's the same.
I agree with you.
I think the hype is there for it, and there's also people that hate on NFTs. But I don't know. I just don't think it's the same. Like, I don't think NFTs can become as game-changing as the internet. Unless there's, like, something crazy. Like, the idea of, like, yo, what was it? Ape Fest. Yo!
Ape Fest, yeah, that stuff's kind of cool.
Like, let's say, like, owning, one of those, what is it? Bored Yacht, or, I don't even know.
Bored Ape Yacht Club, I think.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Like, owning one of those gives you access to, like, free restaurants and stuff.
That's
stuff
cool.
like that is, like, pretty crazy. Or, like, free gyms. I know, like, Full Send was doing that. Or, like, even going on, like, a yacht party. I guess.
Logan Paul, he has his 99 Originals project.
Yeah.
And some of them, yield you certain rewards. Like, one of them is a picture of him in KSI with, like, in front of the Prime truck. Do you know about this? Like,
no, I don't.
Do you know, like, anything about the project?
No, I don't. I've watched the live podcast episode that they did.
Okay.
But so I know briefly of it.
It's 99 photos, all Polaroids, and then they're being released over 99 days, and they're, like, bidding, and they have different, like, rewards.
That's crazy.
Each one of them comes with 1% on, like, the DOA. It's like the board. You control like what happens with the money. It gets like reinvested, donated, who keeps it.
That's sick.
But some of them have like different rewards. Like there's the one with him and KSI in front of the Prime truck.
Yeah. Drinking
Prime for like the first time, and whoever gets that gets 1% of Prime's revenue. And then there's another one where Logan Paul,
that's crazy.
He broke his hand like punching
I heard that story.
He there's a picture of his hand as one of the NFTs, and whoever gets that gets to pick the color. I think it's the color of his like shorts and like the fucking gown, whatever it's called, that you wear when you walk out to a boxing fight.
That's crazy.
So you get to pick the color for that and the shorts, and you get to walk out with him for his next boxing stuff.
Damn.
Which is pretty cool. And you might get revenue from it or something like that.
That's crazy.
So things like that can definitely help it, but
I think like stuff like that's crazy interesting. Like that's like I would say that's pretty game changing, because bro, 1% of like revenue, if for instance like something like that, that's like big money.
Yeah, but also you have to spend $65,000 to get it, which is ridiculous like that. And I agree with you. Like, I don't think it can be as big, because if you think about it, like the internet is like everywhere. Like the internet is everything. Not everyone's into like portrait art, like an NFT.
Yep.
So it's not like nearly as big of an audience.
Yeah. Well, I know like Full Send, they have NFTs. It's not even art though. It's just like it's like a pass.
That's actually, you bring up a good point. So
that's pretty cool.
That's like a different side of it. So the art side maybe not as much, but definitely like the other things, like a access pass, like a gym card basically. You go to specialized events and things like that.
That'd be sick.
It's like a membership ID.
Yeah. Which I think like an NFT idea like that will bring a lot of people in, but I feel like it's also gonna scare people away.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, it's an NFT. I don't want to get into that.
You don't want to get into the space, because especially it can be very like. A lot of people don't like agree with the legitimacy of cryptocurrency. How like there's no physical like currency backing it, so it could be like sketchy for some people.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's really still early. Like NFTs are really like
it's too brand new to even like know where it's gonna go. What's gonna happen with it? Because there's gonna be geniuses out there.
Oh my god!
Come up with more stuff, more like useful everyday things than like a gym card like Full Send has.
100%.
Just not just art.
Yeah. But I think like like, because I looked into it. Because, I mean, like, it's new, and it's a money-making method. So I looked into it, and I don't know, there's a lot on gas prices and stuff.
It's ridiculous. Like, I tried to, like, listen to NFT, and it was $250 just to fucking post the thing.
Yeah.
Like, not even, like, own it. Or obviously,
It's crazy.
I made it, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, there's some cool projects out there. Like, at the moment, I will say, I mentioned Walk-In, but I don't think you know about it.
Yeah, explain.
Yeah, so I'll explain it to Kevin and you guys watching. Basically, Walk-In is this app you download on your phone, right? And you're given this, like, little, like, cat. They call it a cat athlete. I guess it's like a cathlete. That's what they say. But basically, it's move to earn. So walking gives you money. And it's pretty crazy in that sense. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. But the general sense is move to earn, which is literally just movement to earn crypto. So you move, you get gems, and you could use these gems to level up your character and compete in like battle. And after you battle, if you win tokens, or like coins, which is pretty crazy. So I don't know. Oh,
that's so like sorry.
No,
that's so interesting because it's like it involves crypto, but it's also like getting people healthy.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like an actual message behind it.
So yeah, I think crypto has a lot more to it. But going back to your question, I just don't think it has as much to it as the internet initially did.
It's like nothing is going to be as big as the internet at this point. The internet isn't. It's touched almost every person on the planet.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
like Despacito is like the second closest thing.
Dude, doesn't that video have like... Or no, it was like Justin Bieber's video on YouTube has like a crazy amount of dislikes.
I think...
Like, it's insane.
Before they removed dislikes, I think...
Wait, they removed dislikes?
Yeah, you can't dislike a video anymore.
What?
It was...
Dude.
Every day, bro, was the most disliked video on the YouTube, on the whole platform.
That's crazy. I knew something happened with that, but I didn't know they completely removed it.
Like, you can like dislike it, but you can't see the number.
What? So does that even... Like, is that even a... like tool anymore?
You can like there's still like the like dislike option.
Yeah.
But like it'll say like 40k likes. There'll be nothing next to the dislike.
Does the creator still get to see it, do you know?
I'm not too sure.
Dude.
You could probably look it up, but
that's like useless.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's just I guess remove negativity.
Damn.
So yeah, now it's every day, bro. It's not the most disliked video. It can't be disliked, so it's just one of the most viewed videos on the planet.
That's crazy. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, Despacito has like 8 billion views, the music video.
Really?
But the song only has like 1 billion streams. So it's I don't know how that like math makes any sense.
Nice.
The music video is 8 times as many streams as the actual song.
Yeah, that's insane. Dude, YouTube, like, they messed me over because, like, if anyone watching doesn't know, I assume most people watching do know who we are already. But I ran my own YouTube channel. I mean, I still kind of do. For, like, basically my whole life now, since I was 12. So it's been quite a while. I'm now 19. So it's been, quite a while. But I was always monetized for YouTube. Which is nice, obviously. Like, you don't bring in a lot of money, but, like, it's something.
Cash,
yeah, exactly. But they just demonetized me.
That's so stupid.
An OG creator, man. For the reason that I don't get enough video views, like watch hours.
Is your monetization, like, messed up now?
Yeah, I don't think I can even earn at all.
Like, ever?
Mm-mm.
That's
well, I mean, I can if I get back to 4,000 watch hours in, like, a month or something.
Okay. I guess that makes sense, but that's still, like, kind of annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense for them because, like, I haven't uploaded in quite a while.
Yeah. Then why would they, like, waste their time and money, like, putting ads on your videos? Yeah. It's just annoying.
But, come on, YouTube. If you're seeing this, remonetize.
Yeah, Jake's famous Pikachu parkour saying almost 700,000 views.
Hey, get out of here.
Kid could have made it right there. Could have dropped out of high school. He wouldn't even had a GED. He would have been famous on YouTube by now.
I don't even think it hit 500,000. Don't even talk.
Yes, it does.
Mr. TikTok, you got the...
I have 1,900 followers and he thinks I'm famous.
Nah, you got hella views, though.
This video...
Well, that's what we're doing. We're going to post on TikTok. We're going to post on YouTube. And hopefully this goes somewhere because we're really excited. We want to get this going, you know? Yeah,
check down below. You'll find a Discord, a Twitter, an Instagram, a TikTok.
Yeah.
And you can also find, like, we either post, like, our Instagrams or YouTubes or a link tree, so you guys can follow us on whatever you want to and follow us on other platforms. Yeah. Twitter, we'll tweet out right before we post and while we're recording if you guys have any questions. Also in the Discord, if any of you want to, you can leave topics that you want us to discuss, and we might even do a special, like, guest, like, call-in where we have some of you join a Discord call and you can talk to us during the episode.
Yeah, that'd be sick. gonna say something too. Oh yeah, and definitely please comment, because A, the interaction helps, but B, we'd love to hear like ideas and like feedback on the setup, because we have a pretty like not crazy setup.
It's pretty nice though. It's pretty cool down here at the bar. And Pikachu Park was at 509,000 views, so it did break 500,000.
Let's go. Let's do a quick intermission because we got to check up on some things, and then we're jumping right back into it. So, yeah.
So over Halloween, after like days of trying to stretch out what were we gonna do together, because now we're 19, we're like in college now, we're not together. We can't just go like trick or treating around. Jake goes to Rutgers, and we wanted to spend like a night at a Rutgers frat party on Halloween.
Yeah.
Probably my last frat party I'll ever go to. This kid's in a frat now, but
yeah, that might be another story.
Yeah.
Might be another pod.
So we went. It was pouring rain, miserable, and it's like late. It's already like 10 o'clock at night when I just got there. Yeah. We were moving with a group of like 20 people. Yeah. And frats are so specific with the ratio. You have to have boys to girls. Like there has to be like, for example, like for one boy there has to be 4 girls. Yeah. Horny bastards. But we were like freaking out at the I just forgot the word. What the ratio? Yeah. The ratio was gonna be like good enough. So now we're stressing, running through the pouring rain. I'm wearing like dress pants, dress shoes, a white dress shirt, and like blood all over it. And that's like ripped up. My girlfriend's wearing like white with blood all over it. Now my white shirt is soaking wet. Like my nipples are basically cutting through the shirt. We finally get to this party. It's like this basement is like 50 feet by 50 feet. There's probably hundreds of people in this basement. It's literally like
unreal.
A cornfield of humans. Yeah. Like you can't. We were like stepping over kids to get to where we had to go. We finally got our whole group into this corner.
It was crazy.
It's at least 120 Scovilles. Or like 100 million Scovilles. It's so hot down there. Yeah. And the best part was the security guards were wearing Squid Games masks. So like the PlayStation crew, like the PlayStation controller crew is guarding the door.
Literally. Yeah, I mean, that was a good night. We were like Kevin said, we were rolling deep. And just to get like an idea of Rutgers, there's like a couple different like sub campuses on the main campus, so you have to take a bus around, and like we were going back and forth on the buses, and it was just like a bunch of fun. Like we were just messing around on the buses and
like
stuff,
running through the streets and stuff like that, all while it's pouring rain. It took us like an hour to get where we actually had to
literally go. like pouring out so bad. And we pull up, and it's just like this crazy crowd, like just outside, and because Halloween weekend's nuts for really any school, and really any party, obviously. So yeah, I mean, I remember trying to get in. Didn't you slide in?
No, bro, that was handy.
Oh my god, our one friend literally slid in.
You had to pay too. It was like $5 a person or something like that. So I gave him like a 20, and our friend just kind of like ducked in with the group of 4 people that I was with, or 3 people. Yeah. So he just got in for free. Yeah. Then it got raided and got busted by the police.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, but that party was nuts. So nuts. Because Squid Games.
It was so weird because it was like right when Squid Games was like booming. Yeah. They may have played like the theme song as like a trap remix or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah. But then after we left, we tried to. It was still like early on. We tried to go to like another party to find something to do, and it's like we're not in like dorms. We're in houses, so it's like a college town. So it's not just kids. There's also like grown ass people living in houses in like townhomes along the streets. We ended up walking to what we thought was a party, but it ended up being just a random house party. Yeah. So there's like, we're like 19, 20, whatever. There's like 35, 40-year-old men in this house. There's like 10 of them. Yeah. It reeked of weed. It was disgusting.
Bad. It was really bad. We left within the second. Mm-hmm. And then you remember where we went. So legendary. I'll just give a quick rundown on this. Rutgers, legendary restaurant, open 24/7. It's called Are You Hungry? And then wait, that was your first time going, right?
It was my second time.
Or second time? Years ago. But dude,
this place fits like 20 people. Yeah. 80 people at least. Yeah. There's lines backed up out the door. You have to like scream to order. Yeah. All I got was like a grape soda, which I got clowned on. What do you think of grape soda? What do you think of grape soda? Do you think it's nasty? Everyone was like,
I don't know, grape soda. Man.
I was like,
you didn't get food?
No, the line was too long.
All I gotta say, if you haven't gone to Are You Hungry in downtown not really downtown, but if you haven't gone to Are You Hungry in New Brunswick, New Jersey, what are you doing? Like, you gotta be there. It's so good.
What are you doing?
Like 1 a.m. Are You Hungry runs are just nuts. So do that if you're in the area for sure. But yeah, that was a freaking good night. No, it was
a lot of fun. That was freaking crazy, man.
It was crazy, dude. But I always get the I think it's called the what's it called? The Fat Beach or the Fat ZBT?
The Fat Jake.
Fat Jake.
I'm
fat after
right?
that.
Your costume?
Yeah, my costume. So Halloween weekend was coming up, and everyone always gets like, people go crazy on Halloween weekend, like to go to parties and stuff because they're all like costume parties. So yeah, Kevin, you were like a bloody suit thing.
I don't know what you'd call it.
Yeah, that was tough. But I ordered a walrus onesie, and I wore it for 3 nights in a row.
It's like a sauna suit. Like, you took it off, and you were literally dripping sweat.
Yeah, I might have to insert the photo of me and Kevin, and I was just drenched. I think you might have been too.
I was just. It was so unbelievably hot in this basement. It was absurd. Like,
it was bad.
It literally felt like a sauna. Yeah. How hot it was. There's just heat radiating from everywhere.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So there was like a smoke. Was there a smoke machine?
Maybe, I don't know.
There's probably just so many vapes going on.
But yeah, there was a DJ, like lights just booming. But like, if you haven't experienced one of those, man,
you do it once. It's not for everyone, but you just have to like try it. It's actually enjoyable for the one time.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't, to be fully honest. But like, you definitely gotta experience it once in your lifetime because it's like nothing else. It's like a concert on steroids, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know. Always a good time though.
Jake has the worst reaction. Me and Jake.
Oh my god!
I said this. We've been friends since like nursery school. We're literally like 15, 16 years. We've known each other our whole entire lives. Yep. We were probably like 10, 12, something like that. And we had those like, I had a big medicine ball in my hand, and I threw it at Jake for him to like catch it like this. It hits him. He falls to the ground basically, and then puts his arms out to catch it. Yeah. It was the worst reaction time I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's just classic. That's classic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I always had bad reaction times, but yeah, bad events related to us. Okay, so me and Kevin, our families are also like really tight, and every year we go to Lake George. If you guys don't know what Lake George it is, it's up in
lake.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful lake, like crystal clear, up in New York. Kevin, you know where I'm going with this story, or not yet?
I don't know, but okay. I'm worried.
So yeah, so we pull up and we have like this nice house like on the water. It has like a little beach area.
I actually have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what story you're gonna say.
I'm so excited to tell this story because it is so funny. Like, it's not that crazy, but it's funny. So me and Kevin, we love to go out on paddle boards, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, we would go out on paddle boards. And one day we went out for the sunset, I think it was. And we went out like a little bit. We were in kind of like a cove, so we went to the edge of the cove, and it was a really nice sunset. So we were like, oh, that's great. Then we came back in. And then next night, was it next night?
It was like the next day after, we're like, we got to go out farther.
Yeah. So what did we do? We put lights on the front, right?
Yeah, because our moms both work for like an insurance company, and so they're like, everything has to be like safe. So we put, it's like on boats when you go out, like when it's dark, you have to have lights on the front and the back so other boaters can see it. So we had to put like those little glow sticks. Yeah. We like tied them to the very back and the front of our paddleboard. So we looked like it was like a rave going out into the middle of the lake on these paddle boards.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean it was a cool setup on the paddle boards. And we were like, we went pretty far out.
We were like, so we were in a cove. If any of you don't know, Lake George is like narrow, but it's really long. Yeah. So you could always like see across. And it's probably not unrealistic to be able to get from one end to the other on a paddleboard. Yeah. And we were in like a cove, and we were out probably. Would you say we were closer to the other side? The side we started on?
We were.
Around that point.
I'd say we were like close to it.
Debatable if we were in the middle or closer to the other side that we started on. And once again, we're standing and sitting on paddle boards.
Are you continuing the story?
You can go.
Okay, yeah. So we were like pretty deep in this lake here, and honestly, looking back on it, probably not the best idea because boats come ripping.
Stupidest thing either one has probably ever done.
Yeah. So we're literally like, and you've seen videos of like boat crashes and stuff. So imagine like two kids on paddle boards, like this nothing, so people would not see us, and we see this boat start coming at us, right?
It is flying towards us, and it's like when boats go faster, the front kind of goes up. So if you're like, we're down here, the boat is like this. You don't know if the guy on the boat can see you. Yeah. Because like that's how boat accidents happen all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we were just like, what? Oh no. So I remember. So the boat's like we're pretty sure it's coming at us, and it starts to get closer, and I go, yeah, Kevin, it's definitely coming at us. And then what happened next? Did we realize?
Eventually, like the boat got a little bit closer, and we realized it said police everywhere, and it was like it's like a lake patrol beach boat. So basically a cop car, but for the water.
Yeah. Which was just so funny to see. And then I tell Kevin that, or like we both saw it, and I go, bro, act natural. And we just like, I remember just like looking
smuggling
down.
drugs from one end of Lake George to the other side on a paddleboard.
No, I mean, we were just like vibing on the lake, but it was like still funny. I was like, yo, act natural. Yeah, I mean, he didn't tell us much.
He like pulls up to us. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" Like blah blah blah. And we basically got pulled over on the lake.
Yeah.
Because we were too far out, and we didn't have like. He basically told us we were an idiot for actually doing what we were doing, so he sent us back on our paddleboards.
Yeah. We didn't have PFDs.
Yeah. There's like regulations you have to follow when you go paddleboarding that far, which is like, I guess it makes sense, but it's kind of ridiculous at the same time.
Yeah. But that was funny. That was the story of how we got pulled over on Lake George. Literally on a lake, so.
Jake Paul announced today that he's finally fighting Tommy Fury. If any of you don't know about this, a couple months ago when Jake Paul fought Tyron Woodley, he was supposed to fight Tommy Fury, but Tommy Fury got some like medical like infection or something like that in his like bloodstream and weakened his bones. So during a sparring practice, his like ribs broke or something like that. So they had to call off the fight. So we fought Tyron Woodley again for the second fight as like a replacement. And just today, Jake Paul announced that he will be actually fighting Tommy Fury on, I think, August 6th at Madison Square Garden, which is pretty cool that it's Madison Square Garden.
That's kind of tough. Would you go?
I actually thinking about that. I kind of want to.
Do you know how much tickets are?
Probably like 100, 150.
It's not that, actually.
I can actually just spit that out of my fucking ass. I just totally made that up. I have no idea how much they cost.
Yeah.
But this is going to be Jake's, I think it's either his 5th or 6th fight. Damn. But it is the first person that's like a real boxer. Like they've trained Tommy Fury is the same. Tommy Fury is taller. He has a longer reach. He's been boxing since he was 12 years old, and he's like 20 something now. Yeah. So they kind of compare like size wise. Tommy Fury is a little bit bigger, but Tommy Fury's been training 4 times as long as Jake. Tommy Fury comes from a family of fighters. If Tyson Fury is the heavyweight champion of the world right now, that's his older brother. His dad has been boxing his whole life, but his dad is in prison because he gouged someone's eye out.
What? While fighting?
No, like on like the street or something like that, I think. Like pulled someone's eye out. So that's crazy. There's some cuckoo blood in that guy.
Jeez.
But it will be interesting to see how Jake does. This is by far his hardest opponent, and like the most is on the line right now. So if Jake Paul does win this fight, it's almost impossible to say that he's not like a real fighter. Like it doesn't. Yeah. This has to solidify him as like an actual fighter.
Yeah.
But he could lose, and then everything that he's built so far is like tarnished.
Yeah. But no, I think it's funny because like every time, so me and Kevin, we always watch like these creator fights together, and then with a bunch of like other people, and everyone, including me, is always hating on whoever it is, like Jake Paul haters. But Kevin stuck with it.
I used to hate Jake Paul when he was fighting. What's his name? Ben Askren. I was like, Jake Paul's gonna get killed.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to lose, but now I've realized like, dude, everyone hates Jake Paul because he portrays himself as an asshole, but it's all marketing. Like, he does that on purpose to get people to hate him to buy his fight. So
smart.
You realize how smart he actually is. The kid's a genius.
Yeah. I bet Jake thinks birds are real though.
Probably.
He's definitely a bird.
He's a bird.
He's a bird.
You should probably actually try to talk about that. He probably has one of those birds are real stickers.
But like the reason why I mentioned that is because birds obviously are not real.
No, like there's just flocks of things that fly in the air.
Great segue, by the way. Absolutely amazing transition.
So smooth.
If you guys can't tell, we're like partially. I wouldn't say struggling, but it's definitely like new. It's new.
We've never done anything, like I said in the beginning, I think. We've never done anything like this.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a little bit of a learning curve for us.
But I definitely... Oh, yeah. You go.
No, you go.
No, you
I cut you off.
No, you. No.
So, like we just said, we're definitely very new to this. We said it before in the very beginning. We've never filmed, like, Jake's made vlogs. I've tried. I make, like, game videos and stuff like that. But we're trying something new. Me and Jake, like we've mentioned before, we've been friends our whole lives. We have very good chemistry. We can talk about a lot of funny stories. Yeah. So we just figured make a podcast out of it, talk to you guys, give our takes on some things. We'd love for this to go on. We're going to upload once a week. We have schedules planned out for weeks when we're not together, so we actually are taking this seriously. Yeah. We spent multiple hours setting this whole thing up. Probably FaceTimed each other 10 times this morning.
Yeah.
I was here at Jake's house like a week ago. We talked for like 2 hours. Got like a logo, came up with the name, all that stuff. Yeah. I just said, fuck. We're gonna upload every single week. Do we have a day?
We don't have a day.
We're gonna figure out a day, so every single week, same day, you can come find a new episode. Yeah. We'd love to go on for months, years, move on, work with you guys, take your feedback in. We'd love to get on Spotify or Apple Music, iTunes, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe eventually get 101.3, so we have 03 FM. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Imagine.
On a radio.
That'd be sick.
Talk for hours, that'd be so cool.
Oh my god, imagine you could get the radio station 03.
That'd be sick. And that's actually...
Like 0.3.
That'd be perfect.
That'd be cool.
Like 90 point something 0.3.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna get easier with time. Like, this might not have been the best episode, but...
A little awkward, because we're literally sitting here talking to a camera. So it's a learning curve to get used to that.
Yeah. But again, definitely pop down some feedback. We'd love to hear it. And I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Signing off.
Yep. Once again, check the description for all our socials. Yep. Discord, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Find all the clips from there. And make sure to subscribe, put on notifications. Come back once a week for a brand new episode.
Let's go.
Thanks for watching.
See y'all.